talk about riding as a group, why we ride as a group on tour. Now, the primary reason, of course, is you're on a guided tour, so you don't want to get lost. You want to get to where you're going and see everything along the way. That's the real reason why you took a guided tour. So you don't have to worry about what turns to make or where to stop, things like that. And it's particularly important on Route 66 because Route 66 is very fragmented and difficult to find in places. If you don't know where it goes, you're going to spend more time looking for the road than you are riding it. The other reason is we know the best stops. We know the best place for the pictures, the most iconic places, the attractions, and also the best places for fuel and, of course, food. So we're going to take you to those best places. That's why we stay together as a group. Another reason is it's safer as a group. You're more visible to the cars around you if it's a whole pack of bikes than it is if you are on your own. That's another reason. And one of the final reasons is we stick together as a group is if there's a problem, then we got the support vehicle with us and we have other people to help out in case there's a bike breakdown or someone is feeling ill or if there's bad road conditions, anything. So that way we have everything we need with us and we don't have to worry about getting someone to get caught up to us, things like that. So that's why we ride together as a group. So the next bit is the riding order. Now, your tour guide is going to assign the initial riding order for the group. They're going to put the most experienced riders at the back of the group and the ones with less experience at the front of the group, or the people who are just really terrified of getting lost. And we do this for a couple of reasons. One is it's easier at the front of the group to ride. It's easier to keep up. You don't get a big gap in the group, nothing like that. So it's a little easier. At the back of the group, we get something we call the rubber band effect. When we go down the interstate, the front bikes are already on and up to speed, and the bikes at the very back are still getting on to the slip road to get onto the interstate. So they're going to have to go much faster to catch up to the group. So that's why we do it. We get the rubber band effect, as we call it. So that's a really good reason. Also, if there is a problem, the riders at the back are more experienced, don't mind going faster, but they're also better at braking and maneuvering. So that's why we like to put our most experienced riders at the back of the group and the least experienced riders at the front of the group. Now, I should say, anytime on the tour, you can change positions in the group. Just do not do it while we're moving. Change positions at the next stop, not while we're moving, because all it takes is one person not to be paying attention, and that can create a problem. So please stay in the position you're in until we get to the next stop. Then you can feel free to change positions in the group. I like to say there are no assigned positions in the group. Anybody can ride anywhere in the group they want unless it's causing a problem. But that's the tour guide. He'll figure that out and he'll let you know if there's a problem. But if not, you can swap it up. You can change positions. That's fine. So, while we are riding, we always ride in a staggered formation. We never ride side by side or one directly in front of the other. We always ride in a staggered formation in the same lane. That way it gives you somewhere to go in case there's a problem. Some idiot in a car cuts us off or gets into the group, something like that. Then the bikes have somewhere to go safely. They can either accelerate or move and change position in the lane. That's why we ride in a staggered formation. Now, when you're going around a curve, you can go out of the staggered formation to pick your line around the curve. That's fine. But once you're out of the curve again, then resume your previous position in the group. Please do not change positions while we're riding. That's what causes problems. Also, we want about a 2-second distance between the bikes. We want a distance that's enough that gives you sufficient braking room or acceleration room in case there's a problem or just in general. So, by the time that you pass a stationary object, it should be 1/1000 to 1000, then the bike behind you passes it, or vice versa. The bike in front of you passes an object, 1/1000 to 1000, and you pass it. And that's just a stationary object like a telephone pole or what have you. So that's important distancing. Now, when we get out in the country, it's fine to open up that distance a little bit more. Open up that distance, get a better view. It also makes it safer for you and the other bikes around you. No problem with that. But when we come into a town, we are going to tighten up the group, make it tighter, so that way we get through stop signs and stoplights quicker and as more of a group. So that's fun. That's what we want to do. But once again, once we're outside of town again, out in the middle of nowhere, you can open it up. That's fine. That's no problem. Okay? One last thing I should say is that if we are overtaking a slower vehicle, do so safely, but do so as quickly as possible. You know, you can really twist it on, not a whole lot, but enough to get past them quickly. And before you move in front of the vehicle you just passed, make sure there's enough room both in front of you, but particularly behind you for the bike that's behind you so they can get over safely as well. That's about it as riding as a group. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to get in touch with us. Drop us an email or give us a call. We don't mind. That's great. That's what we're here for. So, in the meantime, remember, keep the rubber on the road and the shiny side up.